welcome to our top 10 arcade races on the Nintendo Switch. No kart, no top-down 2D races or simulations here. How you doing, everyone? With Hot Shot Racing and Inertia Drift releasing on the Nintendo Switch, I thought now would be a great time to put a top 10 list together. We've ranked them for a little bit of fun, so let us know what you think in the comments down below. Let's not delay and get straight into it and start at number 10 with Riptide GP Renegade. I have a real soft spot for racing games with anything on water. Why haven't we seen a speedboat game yet? I'd love to see that in the future. Anyways, jet skis or hydrojets as they're called here, we'll have to do, and this arcade racer is great to play. The only issue is there's never anyone online, so you'll have to get comfortable playing with friends or against the AI. You have a deep career mode here, split screen racing for that local play, and the ability to upgrade your hydrojets. At number 9, we've got Rise. This is a game based in the future where vehicles drift on all types of terrain. A very decent arcade racing game with 10 cars racing over 8 championships. The gameplay feels fast enough and is a decent amount of fun. I love the time attack mode with the Ghost, and the visuals here and audio are okay too. You can pick this one up for a pretty much bargain price of around £11.20, slightly more in dollars and in euros of course. Next up, we have Redout. For those of you that love games like F-Zero or Wipeout, then this might just be the game for you. It's an enjoyable arcade racer where you'll spend a lot of your time in career mode. The courses are rather diverse and you'll have to take part in a number of missions. It does get difficult rather quickly though, so a lot of practice is required here. But if you have persistence, there is enjoyment to be had. You can play with friends online, but from my last outing, the player base is rather thin. It's still a hefty price at around £36 or $40 though. Number 7, we have Inertial Drift, the twin stick racing game that I reviewed recently on this very channel. A very cool concept and feels great to play once you get used to those controls. You can play against a friend online, leave times on the leaderboard, or play against friends locally. My only gripe was that you could only ever race against one other player, although this does keep the game very focused. The controls do take a little while to get used to, as I said, but once you do, the gameplay felt great. The artwork and the audio are decent enough, and check out my review by clicking on the top right hand banner if you want some more information. Next up, we have Fast RMX, one of the first arcade racers that dropped on the Nintendo Switch, and like Redout is fun, but this is the overall better experience. It feels super quick and it will please those folk who can compete locally against 4 players. You've got online play with up to 7 players, there's 15 futuristic machines here and 30 tracks. The visuals look great, it feels fast, and the gameplay feels really good too. If you've not picked this one up yet, then it should be in your collection. From time to time this one does go on sale, so keep a lookout on the eShop and we'll tell you about that in our weekly series that goes live every Sunday. Burnout Paradise is a great game. There are a couple of reasons why it's only 5th in this list for me. When racing and having to look at a map at the same time to take the best route to find where the end is of that race, it kind of takes me out of the experience a little bit. And of course, not trying to crash that car too, although when you do crash, they look absolutely brilliant. Multitasking is just not my forte, but no doubt this is still awesome fun to play. You've got that open world feel about it where you can just take your car anywhere, stop at some traffic lights and then take part in a race or other events where you get to crash your car, which I find the most fun, to be honest with you. Not the best in the franchise overall, I don't think. I hope that they can bring some of the other games over, but still a worthy game nevertheless and very fun to play. When Sega brought over Sega Ages Virtual Racing, I got rather excited because I thought, well, if they're bringing this one over, maybe they'll bring Daytona Racing and maybe Sega Rally 2. This is a great port on the Nintendo Switch, a real throwback to the time when Sega were churning out some great games, and now a game that still holds weight in how fun it is to play today. Come on, bring that Daytona Racing, people, and bring it soon. Sure, there are a limited amount of tracks here, but the gameplay is what counts, and this still has it in spades. It's a quality port. They have even added rankings, replays, and the option to play with a friend online. What more could you ask for? What an absolute blast Hot Shot Racing is. It's a brilliant game, and this is a game that I recently reviewed on the channel, so hit the banner at the top right if you want some more information. To say that it's superb fun to play is an understatement. There's lots of options here that you can play locally in split screen. We can have up to 4 players. You can go online and leave those fastest times on the leaderboard. Better yet, the gameplay is tight, fast and fun with 16 circuits and lots of cars to choose from too to suit your driving style. One absolutely not to miss. I don't think Outrun needs any introduction, a game which took countless hours of my life back in the day and I still love it to this day. It deserves its spot at number 2, no doubt, and this even features motion controls for those of you that want it. What an absolute classic, and I'm so glad that they actually ported it over to the Nintendo Switch. Before we get into our number 1, if you enjoyed this video, we'd absolutely be delighted if you subscribe, and we see you on our next video if it's your first time here. Our number 1 for today is Horizon Chase Turbo. This is an absolutely brilliant arcade racing game on the Switch, and the development team are continually updating it with patches too. It's an absolute joy to play. Takes everything we loved about arcade races in the 80s and 90s and adds that modern touch. This is a tribute to Outrun, Top Gear and others. You can play local split screen, multiplayer in all modes, and we love the World Tour where there's plenty of events to keep you racing. The whole package we love here, from the retro 16-bit inspired visuals, the background music, all brought together for one of the best arcade racing games on the Nintendo Switch. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We hope you've enjoyed our top 10 arcade races on the Nintendo Switch, but please do let us know in the comments down below which is your favorite game, and if you want to see a similar list for the top sim races on the Nintendo Switch. Did we miss any arcade races that absolutely had to be in the top 10 here? And do you agree with our placings? Let us know in the comments down below. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. We'd love to see you on our next video. Don't forget that this Sunday we've got all the eShop bargains that are worth you spending money on. James will have that list together for you, and on Monday Jordan will have all of the latest physicals dropping on the Nintendo Switch. We'll see you soon over there. Thanks so much for your support. Take care everybody. We'll see you on the next one.